In this video, I'm going to go through the three chord properties that you're going to need to know. And all of these are in relation to a circle. So a chord is just a straight line or a line segment between 2 points on the circle. So if I join point A and point B, I have created a chord. And the first chord property states that the perpendicular bisector of this line, in other words, a line that divides this line evenly in half, bisects it, and is perpendicular to it, which means at a right angle, at a 90 degrees angle, will go through the precise center of the circle. So if I draw a line right halfway along this line to bisect it at 90 degrees perpendicular to it, that line will go through the center of the circle. So this is a perpendicular bisector here. It's divided this line into two equal parts, so we can have the little slash marks that indicate they are congruent or that they are the same length. And also I could add this little indicator here that shows that it's a 90-degree angle. So the first chord property states that a perpendicular bisector of a chord goes through the center of the circle. The second chord property also deals with chord, here chord AB, and if we take a line that joins the midpoint of this chord, so let's say the midpoint is about here, if we take a line joining the midpoint and extend it to the center of the circle like this, then this line joining the midpoint here and the center is perpendicular to the chord or at a right angle. So I could again draw that little symbol to indicate it's a 90-degree angle. So a line joining the midpoint and the center of the circle is at a 90-degree angle to the chord. And chord property number 3 will have some similar qualities. If we take a line going through the center of the circle like this, going right through the center, and if that line going through the center is perpendicular to the chord, in other words, if we could draw this, if it's perpendicular like this, then we know that this line is going to bisect this line segment here, AB, into two equal segments. So it bisects the line. So you see that those three chord properties all have some similar qualities to them. Center of the circle, perpendicular, and bisecting the chord. And this refers to any chord you can draw on the circle. So just in review then, chord property number 1, if I have a chord AB and I draw a perpendicular bisector to the chord, so I'm drawing a line that divides the chord AB into two and is at a 90-degree angle, then this chord property states that the line will also go through what point in the circle? And if you said the center of the circle, you are correct. And chord property number 2 states that if you have a chord AB and then you have a line that joins the middle of the circle to the center or midpoint of the chord here, then what do you know about this angle here? And if you said it's a 90-degree angle, you're correct. And chord property number 3, if you have a line going through the center of the circle, and if this angle is 90 degrees, what do you know about this, the length here and the length here? And if you said those two line segments are the same, you are correct. These little marks indicate that they are equal. So those are the three chord properties.